What's one thing you learned from Dr. Doyle?
How to write notes with correct grammar and sentence structure and punctuation.
What word do you think of when you think of Chanel Doyle?
Dogs.
Without hesitation.
I think of how much she loves all of her pets. Her multitude of pets and how I just want to like sit in a pile and have all of them.
Can you name all of her pets?
Oh gosh. No, probably not. Not by name.
The only one I can name is Wesley, and that's not his name anymore, so.
Yeah, no, like you'd have to give me pictures and I'd have to try to match them together.
Match them?
Yeah.
I'd say friendly. She's very easygoing, easy to get along with, and always has a good laugh.
Outgoing.
Energizer Bunny.
Speed. Sweet.
We'd say Butterfly, probably because when she first started, she was more quiet and just more observant. Over the last few years, she's grown into like be very on top of things, very quick-witted, and has developed her own like strategic ways to do things and a lot of growth.
A unicorn. She's just bright and bubbly and shiny. We are migraine buddies, and I am her drug supplier for them.
Leopard. She reminds me of, she has the little shades on. She comes in, hey y'all, with those shades on. I wish I can wear them to show you.
Dr. Haig, you're super awesome, amazing, wonderful. I'd love you to be my doctor. I'm so proud of you. You have conquered this well.
So about halfway through our residency, Robin kept trying to send out scripts for her patients and they kept being rejected. And apparently it was because everyone in the city of Wichita thought she had died. We got some different pictures of her and put RIP to Dr. Coffee throughout the entire clinic in mourning.
Hey Robin, I got you this food.
Is that vegetables? No, thank you.
There's a couple of the reasons that I appreciate Dr. Coffee. She's pretty generous with things like she'll email out if she has extra baseball tickets or something. I also appreciate that she's pretty self-sufficient. So if she needs something, she comes to me, but otherwise she does her schedule, she takes it and runs. Finally, a big one that always comes to mind is we had a big schedule change about a year ago, and she kind of said, do whatever you need to do, make it work, and I'm flexible. So I always liked that she gave me the grace to do it with her schedule when I needed to, and then at the end didn't come back and say, oh my gosh, I hate this, what did you do to me? She just took it and ran and worked with it the rest of the year.
What was your first impression of Dr. Edward Nola?
Nola loves OB. If you have a delivery, anything related to OB, call him up, he'll be there in a sec.
Do you have anything interesting to say about Nola?
Not that's safe for work, no.
I have a lot I could say about Dr. Nola, but I can't mix company, so we'll just leave it at that.
First impression of Nola?
Oh my goodness, just a very, shy, quiet guy. He doesn't talk much, and just really a reserved kind of individual. I think I've heard him say 10 words before in the entire 3 years I've been with him.
I think of Nola, I think of his clever wit and wisdom, and his sharp intelligence, and which is complemented by his easygoing demeanor, which will make his patients love him. And I also remember that time where we went down.
If you were going to give Nola an award for one thing, what would you do?
I can't say that here.
One word you think of when you think of Nola?
Wizard.
Without hesitation.
First time I ever met Dr. Meyer was he came out of one of the rooms and was literally cursing to himself as he's charting. That just made me realize that he's human and he's a great guy, because that just made me laugh. I didn't know what else to say or do. Very thorough, and he has a good heart. He cares about his patients.
Day one, we shared a scooter. Here's a magical picture. About a month in, we did our first night shift together for 2 weeks. It was terrible. I think week 1, we delivered at least 15 babies. Week 2, we admitted 5 patients in a night, and I think we died a little bit inside. The next time we were on night shift together, the Chiefs were playing an AFC championship game, and somehow we were both celebrating so hard, chest bumped, and Peter's head hit the ceiling and messed up the ceiling tiles in the call room. Him and his wife throw great parties. We're definitely gonna miss him.
One time I asked Peter for immoral support and he called me a, and that's exactly what I needed at the time.
So there was one time when, I came to Peter with an issue. He set me aside and he told me that everything is going to be all right and that I can do the best if I just believe in myself. And those words just really stuck with me.
Peter Meyer was my senior on my second block of IPM intern year. One of my first big codes that I ever did, him and I went to. He ran the whole thing, and I remember seeing him talk to the family and run the code like a professional. And I knew I wanted to be like that when I was a real doctor one day. He's a great physician. He's going to be a great doctor in Minneapolis. He's going to be a great dad, and I'm proud to know him.
Dr. Kester. So I would have to say she's one of those people who you give her a challenge and she doesn't just finish it, but she breaks the scaling system. Just thinking about board exam. And not only did she pass the test, not only did she ace the test, but she maxed out the test. So I would have to say she pretty much has done that her entire time here. You give her something to do and she's going to do it extraordinarily well.
Hey Dr. Kester, it's Malia. There's so much I could say about you, but I won't because I know you'll be embarrassed. Just wanted to let you know that we're so glad that you finally could find a cervix and you could graduate. We're going to give you a present that'll help you do it in case you have another lady like ours that we couldn't find. You're going to be a fantastic doctor. You're going to be a wonderful mom. I hope you have a wild little boy that's going to run you ragged. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Olivia is a very kind person, but she is also a quiet force. And I think the worst thing that she could do is underestimate her. And from what I've seen, I love working with her, but underestimating her is something that I would never do.
She is a party animal. She puts the W in wild.
I did my very first ever delivery with Olivia. I was actually a medical student at the time, and she was an intern, and she trusted me to help deliver her patient, and that's when I started to fear OB.
Jess taught me not to hate OB as much as I used to.
Jess, I witnessed you walk into a room full of OB attendings, and you were the one that they looked to run this huge code. You did amazing. It was inspiring, and that's when I knew you weren't just some little sorority girl.
Some of Jess's hobbies are, and are not limited to, pottery, biking, running, swimming.
A few moments later.
Working out, golfing.
Trained for an Ironman. She has been doing diving recently.
Eternity later.
Traveling, talking to her dogs, dropping her dogs off at her parents' house.
And training Mags.
Delivering babies, talking to laborists.
Jess taught me how to press F11. There's no time to waste when there's a delivery on the line.
Just if medicine doesn't work out, you can always be a FIGS model.